Hi everybody, my name is Dr. Lewis Abbott, and I am looking forward to teaching your history of rock and roll class. Let me explain a little bit of how we run the class. I like to start with the Beatles. That was 1964 in the United States, and the reason I do that, besides the fact that I was 6 years old at the time and saw them on the Ed Sullivan Show, the Beatles were such a sponge of all the music that happened before them. And they were such an influence of all the music after they broke up that they really sit in the center of the intersection of two styles of music. The earlier music was called rock and roll. That's Chuck Berry and Little Richard and Jerry Lee Lewis. The later music is just referred to as rock. Jimi Hendrix, The Doors. So if you look at the Beatles as the precursor to a whole bunch of music that we now refer to as classic rock. By 1970, when the Beatles broke up, we had Led Zeppelin, Janis Joplin, many other acts. So rock and roll is not just music. Rock and roll is a culture, and it's probably your culture. Maybe you don't understand rap and hip-hop culture or electronic music culture. There's an ethos to rock. There's messages that we grew up on. A lot of it was built on the lyrics of rock and roll. So I don't just look at this class as a history of names and progressions. I see it as really a lifestyle. Now, we can see also that there's so much influence around the early 90s, around Nirvana and Metallica. The biggest thing I really want to talk about here is what this music means to you. It's very important that you tell me what this music means to you. So this is not going to be a cut and dry recital of names and facts. Let's hope, as usually happens, you are singing along to everything I play, and you remember where you were and what it means to you and how you listened to it with your family or your girlfriend. It was your wedding song. So that's why I have so much energy. There's so much energy and passion that comes out of this music. And of course, young people still pick up on this. And then, of course, all that wonderful rock that was referred to as soft rock, Barry Manilow and Neil Diamond and even Barbra Streisand. And then the styles that have spun off of rock, like disco rock, for instance. Remember Rod Stewart doing If You Think I'm Sexy, Miss You by the Rolling Stones. I really hope that what we do here is that we put this into some kind of framework that describes your life and the history of you and your family. And then we can discuss how it will affect our future and where it's going in the future. Looking forward to see you all. Thank you. See you soon.
Anytime I think of you, I think of good times, yeah. New York nights, we had the lights down low. There's not much else to do in a traveling band, but put your head down and think about the end of the road. 'Cause the faces, they all look the same, and the town's dragged by. They say 10 more miles, but miles mean nothing to me. I keep working my way back home to you, counting down the days and the nights I'm spending alone. Been gone so long, I miss your arms around me. I'll keep working